Use a Zoom F3 a lot. There's a good chance at some point you're going to run into issues with these bars on here. Occasionally you try to mount something on here and they end up interfering with the way you want to mount it, whether it's like to a crossbar on something you need to work with. A lot of times you can mount it with something long ways like this with no issue. But a lot of times if you want the screen to be able to be facing you and see what you use, sometimes you have to use a bar or something that would go across here, and these things can interfere. They work great for when you use the straps to hook it to a side of a boom pole or something like that, just to mount it somewhere, but they tend to get in the way a lot also. You can remove these. I'll show you how to do that, and it can cut down on a lot of complications sometimes when you're trying to work with these things. With this, they have little rubber pieces and there's screws under them. So working on it, if you want to take one off, you have to find something sharp, kind of get beside it, and this whole cap will pop out. So right here, you can see there's a tiny little screw. So you have to have a small size screwdriver. If you try to use something big, there's a good chance of rounding them out. And these are aluminum under here also, so if you loosen them, over tighten them too much, you can cause damage and they won't go back in. But to take those bars off, you just do this on both sides, pull this piece out, then unscrew these. And you can put the feet back in after you're done with it to protect it. So it's just a matter of loosening these. And if you don't have a good small screwdriver, it's worth ordering one or just picking up one somewhere before you start doing this, to save you a lot of hassle in the long run of damaging these and causing you more pain. With this, it's just a little bar pops right off of there. It's not much to it, just a straight bar. You can also move these rubber feet back and forth. If you want to use a strap that's narrower than this and the one that comes with it, you can actually push these in and use a narrow strap and it'll keep it from sliding back and forth. But once this is off, you can just put the caps back on and they work as the protective feet. So if you don't put these back on there, you can run into issues with scratching up a surface if you set them on there. But get that back in there, it'll pop back in there and stay, and just gives you a little rubberized foot with it. So just do that to both sides, and then that'll allow you to mount something that'll screw a plate directly to it. You can also use these small screws to tie things down. If you get a longer version of that screw, you can bolt some items to this also to use it as mounting accessories on the side, that sort of thing with it. But for the most part, you just want to leave these off and allow you to mount on a bracket on say a field recorder or that sort of thing. If you're setting up some sort of rig to carry with you, it's nice to have those poles out of the way. Now you want to be careful. This is a cast aluminum cover here. This is all one piece of metal that's casted together, and when you remove these crossbars, it weakens the strength on these corners. So if you put a lot of weight on there, there's a chance you could snap that. So do this at your own risk. When you have these bars out, just be mindful that there's a chance that you could actually break this piece off. If you had a lot of force on it or drop it, it's more likely to break also. So that's really all you need to do to take these off, and it'll allow you to use some brackets and little different mounting positions with these. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe.